In just a moment, the Rock and Roll Dancing Party on WCBS. Hear the Jim Lowe Show on WCBS tomorrow morning at 9:05.
Hello, everybody. How y'all? Get your dancing shoes on and welcome to the Camel Rock and Roll Dance Party.
The home of rock and roll. We welcome you to the big beat in popular music in America. Brought to you by Camel, today's best black cigarette. Camels give more pure pleasure to more smokers today than any other brand. And now, here he is, the king of rock and roll himself, Alan Freed.
Thank you very much, Olin Tice, and welcome to our show starring one of the greatest names in music, the swingin'est band in the land, Count Basie and his orchestra with Joe Williams, and our special guest stars of the week, Billy Albert and the Rover Boys, and tenor sax star Big Al Sears. Here's Count Basie and the orchestra now with Perdido. You know, folks, you'll find out in one smooth, pleasant moment why Camels are today's most popular cigarette. Camels are pure pleasure, folks. Listen to this rock and roll reason why.
Camels! Camels! Rich, rich, mild, mild Camel cigarettes. Taste so rich yet smoke so mild. Camel cigarettes.
Rich, 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 mild, 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 mild. Taste so rich, yet smoke so mild, yet smoke so
cigarettes. Camel cigarettes.
Making a return visit to our Camel rock and roll dance party are Billy Albert and the Rover Boys. And here they are with their latest recording smash, Graduation Day.
It's a time for joy, a time for tears, a time we'll treasure through the years. We'll remember always graduation day. At the senior prom, we danced till 3, and then you gave your heart to me. We'll remember always graduation day. For we leave in sorrow all the joys we've known. We can face tomorrow knowing we'll never walk alone. When the ivy walls are far behind, no matter where our path may wind, we'll remember always graduation day. For we leave in sorrow all the joys we've known. We can face tomorrow knowing we'll never walk alone. When the ivy walls are far behind, no matter where our path may wind, we'll remember always graduation day.
Billy Albert and the Rover Boys will be back after a while. This next fellow needs no introduction to jazz fans all over America. From the Duke Ellington days to the rock and roll days, here is tenor sax star Big Al Sears with Right Now, Right Now. And Big Al Sears will be back in a little while. You know, listening to music is wonderful. I can't think of anything that brings me more pleasure unless it's a Camel. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks that way about a Camel, because Camels are far and away America's favorite cigarette. That good, rich Camel taste and smooth Camel mildness brings smoking pleasure to more millions than any other cigarette. Yes, sir, Camels and music sure are two great American pleasures. So you sit back, relax, and enjoy a Camel while the next number is playing. Camels are pure pleasure because only Camels taste so rich, yet smoke so mild. And now back to our rock and roll dance party with Count Basie and his orchestra and Low Life. You go! You know, here's the thought to remember every time you drive your car out of the garage. Traffic accidents kill more children than polio, heart disease, or any other cause. You can help the situation. Just drive carefully or don't drive at all. And now, here's that mighty singer of songs, Joe Williams, with Count Basie and Send Me Someone to Love.
heaven is speaking to all mankind for understanding and peace of mind. But if it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love. Someone to love. Show the world how to get along. Peace will enter when the hate is gone. But if it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love. Please send me someone to love. I lay awake at night and count the world's troubles, and my answer is always the same, that unless man puts an end to this abominable sin, hate will put the world to blame. What a shame. Just because I'm in misery, I don't beg for no sympathy. But if it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love. Please send me someone to love. Just because I'm in misery, I don't beg for no sympathy. But if it's not asking too much, please, 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 please send me someone to love.
That's the great Joe Williams. You know, folks, when you light a Camel, you're in the company of some very important people, you know. In baseball alone, the list of Camel smokers shows this cigarette is in a league by itself. Men like Joe Collins and Harvey Haddix and Bob Grimm are Camel smokers. So are Bob Lemon, Harvey Keene, and Hank Bauer, and many, many more. When top ball players like these agree on one cigarette, it's another way of saying, this one's got it. And Camels sure do have it, for there's good, rich taste and smooth mildness in a Camel that you just don't get in any other cigarette. So join these great men of baseball and enjoy a Camel right now, because only Camels taste so rich, yet smoke so mild. And now, here come the Rover Boys and Billy Albert back with Zing Went the Strings of My Heart.
Sing wet strings, sing wet strings, sing wet strings of my heart. Dear, when you smiled at me, I heard a melody. It haunted me from the start. Something inside of me started a symphony. Sing wet the strings of my heart. 'Twas like a breath of spring. I heard a robin sing about a nest set apart. All nature seemed to be in perfect harmony. Sing wet the strings of my heart.
Your eyes made sky seem blue again. What else could I do again but keep repeating flew again? I love you.
Love you. I still recall the thing. I guess I always will. I hope we'll never depart. Dear, with your lips to mine, a rhapsody divine. Sing wet the strings of my heart.
Your eyes made skies seem blue again. What else, oh babe, could I do again but fall in love with you?
I still recall the thing. I guess I always will. I hope to never depart. Say with your lips to mine, perhaps a teeny divine. Sing with the strings of my heart, Sing with the strings of my heart.
Billy Albert and the Rover Boys. And stopping back to our CBS Camel microphone is that great rock and roll tenor man, Big Al Sears and Teener's Canteen. Sears sort of upset the place here with that Teener's Canteen. Thank you, Big Al. You know, folks, Camels are the most popular cigarette of all, bringing more pleasure to more smokers today than any other brand. And that's no wonder. Just listen to this.
Rich, rich, mild, mild, Camel cigarettes. Taste so rich yet smoke so mild, Camel cigarettes.
Now listen to the story of pretty Mary Lou, who thought a cigarette should taste rich and mild too. She found her smoke was Camel's after trying all the rest, and now she joins America in liking Camel's best.
Rich, rich, mild, mild, Camel cigarettes. Taste so rich yet smoke so mild, Camel cigarettes.
I guess you've got the message on a Camel cigarette, but I'd like to repeat it just so you won't forget. No other cigarette tastes so rich yet smokes so mild. No other cigarette tastes so rich yet smokes so mild.
Rich, rich, mild, mild, Camel cigarettes. Taste so rich yet smoke so mild, Camel cigarettes.
And now back to Count Basie and the swingin'est band in the land with Beaver Junction. Beaver Junction. rocks the big beat in popular music in America. Rock and Roll Dance Party has been brought to you by Camel, America's most popular cigarette. Only Camel's taste so rich, yet smoke so mild. We hope you plan to be with us every week at this time for a rockin' good time, starring Count Basie and his orchestra, the swingin'est band in the land. And this is yours truly, Alan Freed, saying thanks for listening, and good night, everybody!
Rock and Roll Dance Party is produced and directed by Lou Malaman.